Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel of literary art. Today, we are going to learn about a very renowned, great writer, poet, philosopher, social reformer, novelist, short story writer, essayist, and a great poet who contributed in the India's freedom fighting struggle very actively, and we call him Gurudev. Friends, the name of that renowned poet is Rabindranath Tagore. Today, we are going to study about his life and one of the short story which contributed a lot in the field of art, and that short story is A Wrong Man in Workers' Paradise. Friends, such a great writer, poet has contributed a lot in the literature, and I am proud to say that he was born in India. Born in India, in Calcutta. See, he was the child of Debendranath Tagore. He was born on 7th May 1861 and died in 1941. He was not only an Indian poet but a composer, a painter of the Bengal Renaissance. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art with contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th century. Friends, such type of great and versatile personality belongs to India, that is the pride of ours. See, in 1891, Tagore went to East Bengal and there he often stayed in the houseboat on Padma River. Actually, most of the compositions are composed by him on the Padma River. A lot of importance has been given to this river throughout his works. Friends, initial writings of Tagore were in Bengali. Later on, it were translated into English. During 1891 to 94, he had written and published several poetry collections like Sonar Tari, The Golden Boat, and plays notably Chitrangada, which was published in 1892. Tagore's poems are virtually untranslatable, as are his more than 2000 songs, which achieved considerable popularity among all classes of Bengali society. Friends, in 1901, Tagore established Shantiniketan, which is also called as Abode of Peace. It was established in West Bengal, rural West Bengal. And apart from that, He had also started Vishwa Bharati University in 1921. One of his most important work, for which he was awarded with the Nobel Prize in 1913, was Gitanjali. Gitanjali, the collection of poems, which was published in 1912, and it received Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913. He was the first non-British to receive this award. Tagore was also awarded with knighthood in 1915, but he repudiated it in 1919 as a protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Friends, see, Tagore's novels in Bengali are less known than his poems and short stories. They include Gora and Ghar Baire, which were published in 1910 and 1916 consecutively, translated into English as Gora, the Home and the World, respectively in the late 1920s when he was in his 60s. Tagore took up painting and produced works that earned him a place among India's foremost contemporary artists. So, friends, today we are going to learn one of the most important short stories which has been prescribed for the syllabus, and that is The Wrong Man, a Wrong Man in Workers' Paradise. Throughout this short story, the author has emphasized the irony which the society has made while observing the artist. Actually, in the view of society, there is no place for an artist. He's supposed to be useless, especially the painters. No place for them in the life of the people. And the story revolves around a painter who is the protagonist of the story, and that person is a painter who paints all the time the walls, whatever comes to his hand. He makes the sculptures through the clay, and as he was an artist, he never did any type of other work which would gain him money. So people thought that he was just wasting his time. People suggested him, instead of painting the walls or the sculptures, the seashells, you must have to utilize your energy in earning. But his eyes and hands, his fingers, always busy in painting or creating beautiful work of art. And he only had the view to understand or value his paintings. One day, the person died and he was thrown into the paradise. It was the workers' paradise, where the angel of God had given some work to each and every person. That means the distribution of the work was done by the angel of the God, and those people were busy in performing their work. They were saying that, hurry, time is precious, time is flying. They were not ready to pay heed towards themselves. They were not interested to take care of themselves. Not for a single moment they were looking themselves in the mirror. They were doing the work and the work and the work, and their work was their worship. But this person was much more interested in doing his painting. Whatever work was given to him, he was not interested in that. He was doing the painting in the workers' paradise also. And he was disturbing and distracting the other peoples or other workers in the paradise. These people were asking him what he actually wants. He should not disturb the other people who are working for themselves. Then he used to interrupt them and told them the importance of his art, his paintings, how beautiful they are, how they can feel the color in their life. But they were unable to understand the importance of those colors. One day, he saw a girl who was fetching the water from the torrent, silent torrent, in her pitcher, and he interrupted her and asked for her pitcher. He told her that he will paint that picture very beautifully and return it to her. She hesitated to give that picture to him. Next day, again, he interrupted her, and when she asked, "What actually you want from me?" he says, "Just give me your one picture, I will return it to you." She very reluctantly gave that picture to him, and the next day he returned that picture with beautiful paintings. The paintings were of numbers and the other things. It was full of color, it was actually looking very beautiful, and he returned it to her. She was fascinated with that painting on the picture, and all the night she could not sleep. She was thinking what type of painting has been done on that picture. She was unable to understand what actually has been written on the picture. Next day, she asked that painter, what actually you have written? What these numbers on the picture signify? And that person says, it does not express any type of meaning. A picture may have no significance and could have no function. So, don't think about that. If you have liked it, just take the pleasure with your eyes by seeing the painting on the picture again and again. And he also gave her certain ribbons with brilliant colors. Now, the girl is currently spending a lot of time getting ready in front of the mirror. As a result, her job is affected. Slowly and gradually, all the people in the workers' paradise got attracted, fascinated towards his art of painting, and they also started to do the paintings. That means, initially, just he was wasting his time in his art, but now the other workers in the paradise also started to perform the same thing, and that is the reason why the work of paradise got affected. One day the angel came to the paradise and asked, what is the reason behind that? Why the work has not been completed within the specified time? And the elder person in the paradise told him that due to this artist, the work has not been completed. Why? Because people got affected due to his art. They got fascinated towards his art, and they started to do the same thing which the painter uh, was doing. Now the angel became irritated, and he asked the painter to leave the paradise. An artist was thrown out of paradise, and when he was told that he must have to leave, he was not feeling any type of grief about that. He was ready to leave the paradise, with a happy face. When he started to leave, the girl suddenly stood up, and she also said that she also wants to go with him. No one has ever experienced something like this before. So, the theme of the short story is that the society actually criticizes the artists because they think that art cannot become the source of income. It is the irony of the society's view about the art. The author believes that art for art's sake would serve art's intended purpose. The phrase the moving finger, which is used in the short story, actually comes from Umar Khayyam's Rubaiyat, in which time or fate is referred to as the moving finger, and man is unable to change anything that time has decided for him. The paradise elders correct the moving finger error in the story, though an artist spending his time painting clearly winds up in workers' paradise due to the moving finger's miscalculation. So, this is about the wrong man in workers' paradise. Friends, if you like my video of literary art, please subscribe my channel of literary art. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you very much.